can say that same thing? How many of us can say that same thing? It's rare. Because even I get drawn into a fight now and then and again. And I'm a pretty peaceful person. Why are you attacking me?
Why are you attacking me?
I don't even kill flies.
I don't even kill flies.
I don't eat meat.
I don't eat meat.
But I don't judge people.
But I don't judge people.
I don't judge people who do eat meat.
I don't judge people who do eat meat.
Forgive me.
Forgive me.
All I was trying to do was become better.
All I was trying to do was become better.
I will do it.
I will do it.
I will do anything.
I will do anything.
Sacrifice my identity.
Sacrifice my identity.
I'll do it.
Again.
I'll do it.
You all are phenomenal.
Hi, everybody.
You all are
My name's
phenomenal.
Mike.
You are
This is my
beautiful.
YouTube page, Mox
And I
News.
love you.
I love you.
Try to forgive me.
Try to forgive
Ooey,
me.
I'm
ooey,
a
ooey.
food Gemini.
I'm a food Gemini.
This is your
I'm
Wake
sorry.
and Bake
I'm
News,
sorry.
7
I'm
p.m.
so sorry.
I'm your
I'm
host,
so sorry.
Moxie.
That really hurt.
And thanks so much for joining us. It's always better when you're here. Never forget. Uh, our beloved fearless leader is holding a freedom and liberty rally because he believes so much in freedom and liberty like no one ever before. Okay, so we have protests still going on. There is big protest at Mount Rushmore. Craig has been broadcasting them all day live if you haven't seen them. Again, a big protest at Mount Rushmore. Hey. God damn it. Okay, so as I was saying, Craig has been posting the protest at Mount Rushmore all day long, in case you missed it. And there is protests going on all over. But at Mount Rushmore is Native Americans blocking the entrance to Mount Rushmore. They pulled up in vans, and then they took the tires off of the vans. It's a beautiful thing. And this is really what I keep telling you. We can prove who the streets belong to if you're going to make us. And if we have to, we can get a whole lot more messy than taking the damn tires off the damn vans. Okay? It's not what we're trying to accomplish. You must understand who the streets belong to so that we can move forward with this understanding that you're not the boss of me. Because that's a pretty stupid thought of you. That being said, again, we have all the protests everywhere, all day, every day. Houston looks like it is rocking it. Look at what is going on in Houston. You go, babies. St. Louis has lots of people in the streets. You go, St. Louis. Los Angeles is kicking ass. Aurora, Colorado. 3 cops fired today. 1 quit yesterday. 3 more fired today. Good job, Aurora. You are kicking ass. You are making a huge difference. And I have that video for you about the cops getting fired today. And why? Because they're disgusting pieces of shit who have no business exercising control over anyone. Duh. So, I am going to... What is happening here in Aurora? There's some kind. They're like, what are they doing here in Aurora? Some kind of. What is going on in Aurora? How come everybody's covering their ears? I am not sure what's going on in Aurora. It looks like they are outside the police station. Again, 3 Aurora cops fired today. Good work, protesters. Let's see. So, and they deserve to be fired because they're horrible pieces of shit who have no business uh, being in control of any other person's freedom ever for 1 second for the rest of their lives. And hopefully they'll be going to jails for the murder of Elijah McClain. Let's see. So, we will keep an eye on all of those things. I wanted to show you, the Aurora, Colorado video so that you know what's going on here with these guys because again, they have very, very good reasons for being in the street. And I think it's important to understand the reasons why the people are here. And this is a call-in show, so if anybody wants to call, just feel free to call at any time. That being said, again, we have protesters in the street in Los Angeles, in St. Louis. St. Louis is rocking it. In Aurora, in Seattle, in Houston, in Mount Rushmore. Native American protesters in Mount Rushmore telling the president they're not welcome because that's their property. They own it. It was given to them by the government because they couldn't find a shittier piece of land to give to them. So, and I'm so happy to see, again, the people have reasons for being in the streets. Very, very legitimate reasons. And one of the biggest reasons is that the cops simply refuse to acknowledge that they are in the wrong. Okay? The cops are in the wrong, and they never acknowledge that, and they won't acknowledge that the people are over-policed, and they won't acknowledge that if we just end the drug war, we could end 50% of crime almost in the blink of an eye. They won't acknowledge that for 1 second, because if we ended 50% of crime, then we'd have a damn good reason to cut 50% of their budgets, right? And they wouldn't have a very good argument against it, right? So the last thing the cops want is to end the drug war, is to end 50% of crime. The last thing cops want is to end 50% of crime. The last thing cops want is to end 50% of crime. They're not about that. They're about cleaning up and extorting money. That's what the cops are about. So, we end the drug war, we end 50% of crime, we cut the budget by 50%. How can you? And you know what? Probably the most important bumper sticker we can have right now is end the drug war, save a cop's life. Because it is that simple. You end the drug war, you save a cop's life. Cops are like, oh, I just want to make it home to my family at night. Well, then let's end the drug war. And 95% of the cops that get killed will no longer get killed. Because some guy won't be worried about what he has in his pocket and how he's not going back to jail. Okay? End the fucking drug war. And 95% of cop killings. Boom. Done. You don't have to worry about, well, I'm going to make it home to my family at night. What you have to worry about is if your job is on the line because we don't need 50% of you anymore. That's what the real threat is, right? Rocking it, St. Louis, St. Louis, woo! Happy 4th to everyone who is celebrating liberty and freedom, as these people are. So you know. Let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and play a video about Aurora, Colorado, or not. Hold on. It is Dabs for Donation Friday. I have lovely dabs ready to share with you. So if you guys would like to kick down a donation, which I really need desperately since I only made like $5 in donations this week, it would be awesome of you if you could kick something down. Because we're here night after night for hours on end, and today we're publishing video during the day, and I continuously publish videos that you might not otherwise see if I were not here. So you know. And Mox News survives solely on contributions from good people like you. It is, I'm telling you, I don't want to be asking for these things. I don't want to ask for your help. Nobody wants to have to ask for help. But it's okay to ask for help. Because the only way anything ever happens is with help. Hello, caller.
Hello, Michael. How are you this evening?
I'm good. Who is this?
This is Joe from Pennsylvania. Who this is?
Okay, how's it going, Joe?
Good, man. How you doing? Happy 4th.
Right on. Well, same to you.
Yeah, thanks, man. So I'm all for freedom and liberty. How about yourself?
I don't believe you.
You don't believe what?
You don't support freedom, Joe. You call the people in the street meth heads, Joe.
I just called and said Happy 4th. I'm all for freedom and liberty, and you're immediately attacking
It's
me.
easy to say, isn't it, Joe? It's another thing to actually support freedom, huh, Joe?
Did I just jump into a conversation I forgot we were having?
I think you must have, Joe.
Evidently I did, because you're attacking me right off the bat, and all I did was say hi.
Nope, you pretended like you support freedom, Joe. That's what you did, Joe. So you know, Joe.
Well, explain to me how I don't.
You don't support. You call the people in the streets proud Americans standing up against the comply or die police state meth heads, Joe. And you know what, Joe? You make your living selling drugs to fucking addicts, Joe. So I wouldn't be so quick to call the kettle black, Joe.
When did I do this?
Do what?
When did I say that all these people were, when I claimed that people were addicts and
meth heads? You called them meth heads, Joe. Remember the night we talked to Katrinka, Joe?
Oh, you mean a different conversation that we were having on a different topic? I was talking about the 4th of July, and I wished you good tidings.
No, you're talking about freedom, Joe.
No, yes, I am. And you're talking about a conversation we had a couple of nights ago.
Somehow you support freedom, Joe, which you do not, Joe.
Yes, I do. 100%.
No, you do not. You've made very clear that you don't.
No, I haven't. You're just attacking me right now, dude.
Joe, you called up and you attacked these protesters. This because you're acting full of shit, Joe. You act like you support protest, like you act like you support freedom, which you don't, Joe.
I do. I 100% support freedom.
No, you do not even close to 100%.
Jesus Christ, man. I love you, man. I really do. I love you because you're so emotional and you get triggered. The sound of my voice immediately triggered you as soon as you picked up the fucking phone, dude. This is hilarious.
Joe, you called these people meth heads. And then you want to call me
certain people,
and then try
certain people who are meth heads. I call them meth heads.
And again,
forgive me
you make a living selling drugs to addicts, Joe. Okay?
Yeah, they are.
So you shouldn't be passing judgment on other people, Joe.
Dude, you got totally triggered the moment you picked up the phone. You were just waiting to fucking lunge, dude. I love it. Because you're the one who doesn't support freedom. You're the one who doesn't want me to have a voice, who doesn't want to wish you a happy 4th. I'm wishing you a happy 4th, man. Happy freedom, dude.
You're pretending that you support freedom, which you don't. And yes, that triggers the fuck out of me.
Wait, so by freedom, you're saying like when you and I agreed that
I'm saying standing up against fucking tyranny. I'm saying going into the street and standing up against a comply or die police state. You don't support that, okay?
Okay. So when you and I both agreed on the fact that the whole COVID-19 bullshit is bullshit, I'm not supporting freedom when I say that the state shouldn't be able to encroach on other people's daily lives. I'm pretty sure we agreed on that topic, did we not?
Yes.
Yeah, so we both agree. We both agree that freedom and liberty should reign true, right?
You don't agree with that, Joe.
I do. I think there's a phone conversation that absolutely says I do.
No, there isn't.
You and I are on the same page.
No, there isn't. Okay? And we're not on the same page, and you don't support freedom. Okay? Just because one thing you support where that you don't want to be told what to do. Okay? These people in the street don't want to be told what to do, and somehow that's a problem for you. But you can do it. But you can do it.
Which people?
All of them.
No, not all of them. Don't be a baby. Which people specifically?
Why the fuck do you think they're in the street, Joe? There's millions of fucking people in the street. You want me to name them one at a fucking time, Joe?
Millions of people are protesting for different reasons. Which specific people are you talking about?
They're protesting against the comply or die police state. That's what they're protesting against, Joe.
Which one?
All of them.
What are you talking about?
All of them.
They're not all, Mike,
yes,
they're not
they
all
are.
protesting for the same cause. Oh, every single protester is protesting for the same cause?
Yes,
okay,
they're
so the
protesting against a comply or die police state. That is the same
cause. Oh my God, dude, I'm glad I called early tonight, man, because I have to get up early tomorrow. But not every single person who is protesting for the same cause. By that rationale, you could say that Klansmen who are protesting to fight for white supremacy are the same people who are protesting for Black Lives Matter. Get a fucking read, brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Are they the same people who are protesting as everyone else? What specific people are you talking about who are protesting?
The people on the fucking screen. Can you see?
Yeah, I'm watching them right now.
Okay, that's the people we're talking about, Joe. I didn't realize you weren't caught up on that yet.
You're the one who brought him. You're the one who brought him up, dude. I just called up and said, "Hey, man, happy 4th," and you just lashed out.
No, you said you said happy 4th, and I was like, okay. And he was like, and you said some shit about freedom and liberty. Said some bullshit about freedom and liberty and how you support it. Okay, and that's a lie.
Freedom and liberty is bullshit. Is that what you're saying?
You don't.
You're saying freedom and liberty is bullshit?
Of course, Joe. That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you just said.
That's what I've said all along, Joe.
No, that's exactly what you just said. Freedom and liberty is bullshit.
Are you just going to talk out your ass the whole time, Joe?
No, you're talking out your ass. I'm asking you to...
Joe, you know exactly what I'm fucking saying. You don't support freedom or liberty.
I think you're... No, Mike, I think you're projecting. I think you don't support freedom and liberty.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes, I don't, because you're the one who's lashing out immediately before you even gave me a chance to put this shit on topic.
I gave you a chance to tell us you're full of shit, Joe.
Are you kidding, dude? You fucking
I gave you an excellent example for you to show us all how you're full of shit, Joe.
You gave me an example to show you how I'm full of shit? Isn't that kind of
you're full of shit, Joe. You don't support freedom.
Tactic, dude.
We got it, Joe.
Why are you intimidated, Mike? Why are you intimidated by me? Why is it as soon as I call you immediately? Yes, exactly. Keep laughing, buddy, because every time I call, you immediately go on the defensive.
Oh, is that what happened last night, Joe?
Why is that?
Is that what happened last night, Joe?
Why is that?
Is that what happened last night, Joe?
I didn't call you last night.
Okay, the night before, whenever the last call you were talking about,
I don't know.
Joe. You don't fucking know, is that right, Joe? You just got done telling me all about our last conversation. Try and keep
I
up
don't.
with at least what
I'm
you're
not
saying, okay, Joe? Jesus,
I'm not the one
man.
who gets.
What the fuck
I'm
is
not the
wrong
one.
with you, Joe?
I'm not the one who gets fixated on 20 minutes out of my day like you are, Mike. You tell me what is it specifically that you tell me.
Tell you what, you don't support freedom, Joe. That's all you got. I've been telling you it over and over and over again.
Okay, give me a specific example of how I don't support freedom.
You don't support the people going into the street and standing
Again,
up.
are we going to go in circles? Which people are we talking about?
See, there you go. See, that's exactly right, Joe. You support the ones that you want to support. There you go.
I support the people who are fighting for legitimate freedom. You tell me the ones who I don't support, and I will tell you why I don't.
Joe, you called them all meth heads.
Which ones?
You called them
The ones
all
in the chop?
meth heads, Joe.
You talking about the ones in the chop, Mike? The ones in the chop, the ones in the Chaz? Are those the ones you're talking about?
I'm talking about the people in the street, Joe.
Which ones? There's lots of people protesting in the streets.
Right, and I support them all.
I don't. Oh, so you support the white supremacists who march too?
I support their right to march and fucking be in the street as an American and have their own opinion. Yes, I do.
Okay, so do you support the people who damage property and tear down fucking monuments and all that shit too?
I support their right to be in the street and have an opinion.
I do too. I support their right to be in the street. I do not support their right to damage property. When you say you support them all, you are not supporting people's right to freedom and liberty. You're supporting the right of people to subvert other people's freedom and liberty by taking down their monuments, spray painting and fucking vandalizing their property. You're not talking about supporting freedom of speech. You're talking about supporting total anarchy. That's where you and I differ.
Right. Yeah, I know. You stand with the nanny state. I got it.
Dude, that's a fucking gaslighting tactic. I'm not supporting the nanny state. I'm not supporting the state. I'm supporting the people.
No, you're not. No, you don't. Dude.
Yes.
You vilify these people every time you call.
Oh, no, I don't vilify these people like you want to just paint it out. I will vilify people who take away other people's rights, but I do not support. But I absolutely support everybody who wants to go out and protest.
Yeah, it's not true, Joe. You just got done telling us that you support these ones, but not those ones. So you clear. So you know
these ones, not those ones. Right. No, I support all of them.
That's what you just got done saying, Joe. I do support this. I don't support that. That's what you just said.
I don't support people who take away other people's rights in the name of protest. Yes, you do. Evidently you do. Evidently you support. Evidently you support damaging public property, private property. You support everybody to just go out and do whatever the hell it is they want, but you don't. And that's your thing. So you support the protesters and you support the people who want to damage other people's property and take away their rights. You support taking away people's rights.
Of course I do.
Yes. Of course yes, you do. Absolutely. You just said it yourself.
Joe. That's what of course. I just said. I'm agreeing with you, Joe. It's what I'm all about. It's what I've always been about, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, happy 4th, Mike. And I support freedom and liberty.
See, there you go.
Even though you don't. Even though you evidently get triggered the moment somebody calls that you immediately have an opinion about before you even listen to whatever it is they have to say on the topic.
Joe, just the other night you're calling these people meth heads, dude.
Are we talking about a different topic, Mike?
Dude, okay.
This is the thing. You're hung up. You're hung up on a topic that we had the other night.
Okay. Yeah, right. Exactly right. In which
Listen,
you
Mike,
completely fucking transformed when Katrinka got on the phone, by the way.
No, I think you did. You melted like a You melted
stopped
like a
talking.
Fucking. You melted like butter, dude. You turned into a ballless fucking nutsack. It was hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yes, you did. Oh, right, yeah, you did, dude.
Because I'm so fucking ballless, dude. There is something seriously wrong with you, Joe. Okay? Why don't you just go back and serve your fucking addicts, make your fucking living selling drugs to fucking addicts, and criticize everybody else, Joe? Good luck with that, and goodbye.
Let me ask you a question.
Fuck you, Joe. God damn it. Fuck. He wants to call these people meth heads, and then he makes a living selling drugs to drug addicts. Okay? Fuck you, Joe. And that is what happened. And he did change his entire persona when he got on the phone with Katrinka the other night. And yeah, I let her talk because she wanted to talk and she was being nice and she was trying to be nice. And fucking Joe was like, hey, I get to talk to a girl without having to pay for it. His words out of his mouth. Okay? If you don't support freedom and you call me and pretend like you do, I will call you out on it. If you make a living selling drugs to addicts and then you call the people in the street meth heads, I will call you out on it. So, if anybody wants to call, the number is 805-669-6397. I support freedom. Yeah. Just like Donald Trump. Ha ha! Donald Trump, who says you can't say that about Israel. Donald Trump, who signed into law, you can't say that about Israel. Donald Trump, who has proven himself to be a threat to the Constitution and freedom everywhere. Okay? So, we understand each other. Joe doesn't support freedom, and neither does Donald Trump for one fucking second. In case you don't know. Just to bring you up to speed. So we're all on the same page. He's holding a freedom and liberty rally. Because he believes in freedom. Is that right? Is that what you believe? That Donald Trump believes in freedom? Your freedom? Hello, caller.
What's going on, brother?
Just having a big fat dab. How about you?
Oh, fucking doing the same, just a little bit ago.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. No, I just thought I'd call in and see how you were doing. I didn't have to work today, and I have the weekend off, man. I'm excited.
Wow, congratulations. That's pretty cool. You don't get that every week, huh?
Fuck no. Fuck no. Shit, so I'm going to enjoy that shit.
Excellent. You should.
Huh?
Do what now?
I said, I think I already got a head start on my weekend.
Excellent. That's a good plan.
Hell yeah.
Are you hanging out with anybody tomorrow?
Yeah, me, myself, and I, man. The best company I can find.
Cool.
Shit. No, I was fucking watching and I was just like, damn, when did Joe turn? What the fuck did I miss? God damn.
He was like 2 nights ago, he was calling all the protesters fucking meth heads. And then he wants to call me and tell me how he supports freedom and liberty. You know, I'm like, yeah, Donald Trump does too, man.
You know, and then he kept trying to trick you into these fucking powerful, so to speak. Oh, well, no, not powerful. He tried to trick you into end conversation. Like when he said, well, how about when the people like in the protest are like fucking looting and fucking breaking windows? And it's like, wait a minute, bitch. First of all, those are not the real protesters. Those are people that are looking to do chaos. So that way you don't think about Black Lives Matters. You know, you think about something else. Look at the looting. Let's shut it down. Which is why none of the news stations are covering any of the protests anymore, because all of them are, and they're everywhere all day long, and none of the mainstream media is covering the protest at all. So we're clear. Hell no. Shit. The only time there's violence is when the police are doing it. And it's like, you guys still don't get it? That's why they're out there. To stop what the fuck you guys are doing. How are you going to use, chemical weapons against us and rubber bullets that can fucking really, obviously have been putting eyes out and people been getting knocked out by that shit?
Yeah.
It's like, this is what we're fighting against. This shit should not be happening in this fucking land. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
And it's just like trying to turn it up another level. Well, let's get more violent to shut them down. What the hell? Oh, and the president don't help. Ugh, this motherfucker.
I can't stand the fake. We support freedom. I mean, it's not. You don't support freedom if you don't support freedom. If you say, "Oh, I support this, but not that," it's And I'm not about tearing down statues or vandalizing anything. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about the people's right to go into the street and demand that their representative government hear their voices. And I think that they've been doing an amazing job of that. And I just can't stand people putting them down.
Damn right, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you 100%, man. I believe in their freedom. But the thing of what fucking Joe is doing is splitting hairs. Acting like both of them has got to be, they got to be together. If they're true protesters, not fucking vandalizing, and then you got a few people that are, all of a sudden, all the protesters are vandalizing. Shut up, schmuck. This motherfucker is doing nothing but conversation stopper fucking tactics. It's like, you're going to do anything and say anything because, of course, in any situation where there is, right, there is wrong and vice versa. This fucker, he was just thinking that he was so fucking like cocky, like, well, Mike, why do you get triggered for what I say?
Right.
It's like, bitch, you don't realize that protesters, the majority of them are out there for the right thing and the real thing. If you don't want to believe it, well, you know what? I feel sorry for you.
It's not just that. It's
fuck you.
It's not just that. It's for me. I fight for freedom every day, and people don't get this. But I mean, I literally. For a long time, Michelle, have fought and fought and fought for freedom and people's awareness and when somebody says, "Oh yeah, I support freedom," and just 2 nights ago he was calling all the protesters meth heads and looters and rioters, and he's talked again and again about how this is there's a big percentage of these people are looters and rioters, and it just it's garbage because we watch them for hours and hours on end, and that's not what's happening.
Right. Yeah, but that's just a way to fucking take, your mind off of why they're really out there. Because when it comes to black people, brown people, indigenous people, look at the president over there talking about, I want to go see Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
First of all, when, the government fucking stole that land and then turned around and gave the Indians back their land. However, they said, here are our goddamn faces so they can stare down on you your whole life so that way you see who really runs the show. Like, yeah, Mount Rushmore is so fucking fantastic. Yeah, something to celebrate. Shut the fuck up, man. And look at the faces that they put up there. All the presidents are looking down at the, because it's high up there, right?
Yeah.
Well, so they have it to where they're looking at people and just discuss, like, just so we can fucking take your land anytime we want and vice versa. They're fucking ridiculous. And just like when Trump went over there to Oklahoma, when the anniversary of slaughtered fucking Black Wall Street,
yeah,
they're doing the same shit now.
Right, with this 4th of July.
From fucking Indians.
Yeah.
Fucking Indians. Goddamn. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, everything, that's the thing with him, is everything is all divisive. It's nothing is about bringing people together ever. And I don't know how that can appeal to people, but except for that everybody's so divided, so it's like, yeah, finally somebody's on our side. I don't get it, man.
Shit, a lot of it is just the people who believe that they're the superior race. That's what they embrace because they've been taught that. No one is born racist. They are taught that by
Yeah.
generations after fucking generations.
Yeah.
And until they fucking learn that we all have the fucking right to be here. If anything, you know, they should have more rights than us because they build this shit being slaves and everything. But yeah, everybody's like, oh no, you get off the land. Well, goddamn, now I'm hearing the Indians, the indigenous people fucking talking about, hey, we were here first. And then here comes the Europeans. So whose land is it? Motherfuckers, just cut it out. Cut it out. It's like fucking relax. Everybody should be treated with the same fucking respect as the next person. And I'm sick and tired of these motherfuckers acting like they have more right to be here than anyone else. You know, they act like they're so superior to every fucking race. No, motherfucker. It shouldn't be like that.
It's
And
a,
if you feel that way, then you
it's-
shouldn't be here.
it's a land of immigrants. It's a land of immigrants. I mean, that should be obvious to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. What a boring world it would be if we were all the same. It's like fucking broaden your horizons, motherfuckers. Man, what the hell's wrong with you? Who cares what they're doing? You know, even in New York, they set up like a fucking real phone line that says if you're scared of black or brown people living their lives close to you, call this number instead of calling 911.
Huh.
I was fucking cracking up, man. I was like, you see, it's like, why does everybody have to be in everybody's business? Can we just leave me the fuck alone? Leave us all alone. And
Stop telling me what to do.
Shit. Goddamn. We ain't doing nothing but doing the right thing. Going to work, fucking taking care of business, paying our bills.
I just can't.
You know?
I just can't stand people acting like they're in charge of me, Michelle. You know, since I was like 5 years old, I just have not been able to take it. People, I swear to you, Michelle, every time since I was 5 years old, somebody tell me what to do, I look at them real fucking hard. Like, who the fuck are you? Since I was 5 years old, you know. And it just hasn't changed at all. It disgusts me that people think that they can tell me what the fuck to do or judge me in any other way, you know?
I know, man. And, you know, it's a bitch, but it's like they got me by the balls because I got to go to the grocery store. Over here now, they're fucking like everybody's got to wear a mask. So, goddamn it.
Yeah, no, the governor here has said that has ordered all businesses must require masks. So you can't. It's against the law now for them to do business with anybody not wearing a mask in Washington State.
And it's not like we can get everybody to say, hey, if you require us to wear it, then we're going to boycott each and every one of your stores because we can't get it together. But that's why they're getting away with that shit. But
it's gonna be forever, Michelle. They're gonna make us wear the fucking mask for the rest of our lives.
I kind of feel like we're starting to look like China. What you think?
I think that's racist. No, I think I think maybe that we are looking a little bit like more like China. More and more police state, less and less freedom, you know, more and more work, you know. And yeah.
No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean by saying China.
Yeah.
Chinese people have to wear the mask in China because their air is so fucking polluted.
Yeah, no,
you know, that's what I mean by that. That's what I mean by that.
No, I have.
Listen, goddammit. It's like we're looking like China. Like, oh my God, everything is so polluted here, but yet, you know, over here where I'm at, cases are rising. Breaking records left and right, man. Still, we go in like, a lot of people have been getting sick, and, you know, I talked about how Trump had signed that executive order of any kind of corporation that if it impedes your production, go ahead and not abide that law or abide this law or whatever. And it's proving right now, you know, I mean, it's like reality, like, holy shit. It's fucking crazy what's going on around me.
But like people where you work aren't getting sick or anything, right?
They are.
Huh.
They are. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. And being that Trump has signed that fucking executive order that the company doesn't have to report it to fucking OSHA, the company's not reporting it,
Huh.
and not even to the news media of
Yeah.
how many confirmed, blah blah blah, and they don't have to because of Trump's executive order. All Trump cared was about the economy, and he's more than willing to take me and some of my coworkers away. Like, I mean, not me, thank God, not yet, but hey, it's a matter of time because it's pretty much like either you fucking suck it up or you're fired. It's fucking getting that bad. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm hanging on, like, okay, yeah, whatever. But, thanks, Trump, for always thinking about the economy first and not the people. And this proves it. That's why Fiat Chrysler has all walked out as well.
Is that right?
And, they protested about that shit because they weren't even getting, anything, any kind of protection,
Huh.
because the companies don't have to no more.
Yeah.
If you have a COVID case at your company job, you don't have to report it to OSHA, unless like maybe 20 people got it that you can't deny that they got it there at one time, though.
Yeah.
You got to read between the lines, Mike. And that's what's going on over here. It's pretty intense. You can't see people's reactions because their face is covered. It's a whole different dynamic. I don't like it. I don't like it.
No, I hear you. I think it sounds terrifying, Michelle.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they really want, is they want this environment. Like I said, the mask is all about fear, fear, fear. That's the big main thing, You're supposed to be afraid, and you better be afraid, and because we're gonna lock it all down again, and then when we do this time, those who are not fucking staying in will be shot.
They said that over here in Texas, that they shut it down again last Friday. And all of a sudden, everybody's still like lenient. I see the bars hopping and everything else and shit. And now all of a sudden, everybody's got to wear a mask. Oh, no, it's okay. 12 o'clock curfew now. It's just like, what the fuck?
They have a curfew, huh? Wow.
I wouldn't know if I was coming or going, man. I swear.
Have a curfew? They have a curfew where you live?
Like at 12? Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And they said that last week. However, this weekend is the 4th of July, and the economy needs to boost, so I think they may turn a blind eye to letting people go out and party.
Yeah.
And then for the 4th, shut it down.
Man.
We made them shut it down now. Now we care. Okay. So yeah, it's a big fucking mess. It's a real big fucking mess. I mean, there was one guy that works with me, and he fucking was on Facebook talking about what's going on, and I've been near this person and that person. Why did this certain company fucking call him and tell him shut the fuck up? Like, what the fuck? We should have the right to know what the fuck is going on around us. And thank you, Trump. We're not fucking having that right. It's just like we can do what we want to do, and that's how it is. So, Joe, fuck you, Joe, from Pennsylvania. I thought you were cool, dude.
Yeah.
Man, you're a little bitch splitting hairs. You're just a little bitch.
I don't know.
Nothing but have conversation stoppers.
He wants to fuck with me. He wants to fuck with me, and I just, look, I don't know, but look, he just is not very. He wants to pretend like he somehow, supports people's freedom. Like you have the right to live your life. That's what freedom means, right? You have the right to live your life. You go do that. You go do that. You go live your life. Yeah, no police state. Don't worry. You go live your life. You fuck with somebody. You're gonna get fucked. You can count on getting fucked with back. But
I picture that fucking Joe motherfucker sitting there with a smoker's jacket and a pipe talking about, well, in this city, when you peel an apple, it therefore doesn't have any skin. Like, shut the fuck up. That's how much sense he makes. You're fucking stupid and you're Captain Obvious that we already know, so what can you say? He's fucking retarded. He tries to act smart. I know motherfuckers like that. Stop it, Joe. You're a great pretender. You're a stupid motherfucker. I swear to God, ignorant.
Oh, you want to put that in there? You want to put that in there? That's good.
Yeah, ignorant at best. I mean, fuck him. I'm all about free speech and freedom and everything, but the last thing I'm doing is
Yeah.
calling the protesters' name. I'm calling them brave fucking warriors because they're out there. What are you doing, bitch? What are you doing, motherfucker? But being over here trying to trigger motherfuckers with conversation stoppers.
You know, look, look. There's, I don't know why. I did that all, Michelle. He said all he did was say that he supported freedom. Okay, and that shouldn't trigger me probably, except for I know that it's not true, and I can't. And I can't. I mean, this is one of these things where we have to stop pretending. Okay, and he's called night after night after night and acted like he's against these protesters. Okay,
Right.
and the protesters are in the street for a righteous reason. Okay, and I don't really care if they are tearing down statues. I don't really support that, but I also don't care if that's the way that they're exercising their speech. Okay, it's one thing to tear down a statue, it's another thing to set a city block on fire. Completely different things.
But in our heart of hearts, we know who are the ones doing that. You know,
Well,
it's
yeah, and again, that's what I'm saying is that the people, but they're not setting buildings on fire. They're tearing down statues. That's actually a very peaceful act that doesn't hurt anyone.
and
So
that's why I say to Joe, those people that are out there protesting, they are not fucking doing anything but in silence, which is more powerful than you would ever know. It's like if you fucking speak up and you tell them what you want, then they can try to figure out how to manage you. But they're out there at the peaceful protest where it's like, you all know what we want already. That's more powerful than anything. And anybody else who wants to fucking go and, you know, terrorize shit, they were going to do it whether we had a protest or not. That's just in
they
them.
were already doing it. The protest just gave them cover to do it on a little different
But
scale.
it does not taint the rest of the protesters. So quit trying to divert it to pay attention to the looters. Ooh, it's merchandise, it's materialistic shit. Pay attention to that other than real lives.
Yeah,
So you
look
really
again. They change it to this the statue thing because the statue thing is like, oh, that's not okay. That shows who these people really are. They're these violent criminals. But tearing down a statue is very much not violent. Okay, it's again the people demanding that their representative government hear their voices, and they don't seem to be hearing them just yet.
Exactly, because if I was black and I see that there's a fucking bronze statue of somebody that we admire so much and I know that was awful to my kind, I would be pissed off too. Take that motherfucker down. Why are we representing that? And just like fucking Joe try to get you into it about, well, is it okay with KKK fucking having, you know, parades and shit like that? No, it's not. And it's not even about the freedom of speech. It's about the fact of what you want to pretty much how do you say it? You're recruiting motherfuckers and you're letting people know what you believe, and it's against, you know, it's against black people because there are even brown people, anybody who's not white. Okay, how can we fucking go ahead and say, yeah, okay, it's a freedom of speech? Yeah, no. One place is fucking saying freedom of speech as to where you're hurting us. The other one is fucking saying we want to hurt you. That's why you stopped the one on the KKK, because they're out to be a terrorist group, and they should have been labeled that a long time ago. They're after our own American citizens if you are not fucking white. How was that okay to go? And I don't give a fuck about the First Amendment because it comes down to right and wrong. We all belong here, motherfuckers. Don't act like you own this fucking place. It's not just for you. So when Joe tries to come up and act like, oh, where is it okay for KKK to fucking protest? No, it's not okay. Because how can we fucking okay him or okay them? And then what? You okay Hitler as well? How are we okay to fucking release people like that onto our streets? The land of the free, the land built by immigrants. That's not okay. And I don't care what anybody says, First Amendment or not, there's a right and a wrong way of exercising it, and the KKK is the wrong way, and they should have been labeled a terrorist group long ago. And now they infiltrated the police, so there we are. And here we are. And that's why Black Lives Matters and everything else. So fuck you, Joe.
You know, this is a big part of the problem is that this just a division thing. You know, we have to move beyond the division thing.
Exactly, and that's how they win. Because you know what? If we would stay united, we would outnumber them. We are 99% of the ones who are just using us for profit. They arrest anybody and put them in jail because somebody in that private prison is making money off of us, off of the taxes that we pay. And they're like, oh, hell no. Why should we have the right to fucking tell people, you know, hey, I want my taxes going to this charity or whatever? No. It's going to these private prisons while a millionaire is going to become a billionaire on our dime. That's not United States. You know, we have the most incarcerated people in the world, and it's ridiculous. You know? And fucking people that act like, oh, no, you guys should just fucking do what they say to do. You know? Just comply. No, motherfuckers. Like, oh, my God. It's ridiculous. They have that right to be out there. And I just can't stand people like Joe who always try to fucking act like they're smart and fucking just try to set you up into something to where it's neither here or there. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I would never support a Ku Klux Klan.
Is that Mayor Jenny's house?
Hmm?
Craig, is that Mayor Jenny's house? Oh, where's that at? Oh, in Paris. Okay, that's Paris. If anybody wanted.
Hey, buddy, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to put in my fucking, I would say 2 cents, but I think I've been on here too long.
Right on, Michelle. Well, I hope it's really good to hear from you, and I hope that you get to enjoy your weekend.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been fucking like over 109, feeling like 109, and this bitch has been a bitch.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited to have a fucking 3-day weekend, so I just wanted to call you and tell you happy 4th, because all your work and everything that you do, I do appreciate it, because I know I'm not going to see it on CBS. So I appreciate everything you do, and you look out for us, and thanks a lot, man. Because of you, I feel like, okay, yeah, we do have a chance, and we do, you know.
I think there's a lot more of us than there is of them, Michelle.
Absolutely. It's time to take our country back, for real, for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone has a right, man. All right, brother. I'm going to go on the chat. I probably won't be typing much because I can't really see straight.
Well, just chill. It's good to know you're here, for sure.
Okay, buddy. All right. See you later.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
That's our buddy Michelle from Texas. 109. Oh. I could never live in Texas. Never. Never, never, never. Never. Even if they legalize marijuana. Never. Which I honestly believe will happen nationally before it ever happens in Texas. In Texas, we don't smoke dope in Texas. Unless you're Michelle. Or cool like Michelle. Alright, so again, this is Paris right here. And I'm not sure exactly what all's going on there, but it looks like I can't tell how many people's there. It doesn't really get a good shot of the crowd. It's just kind of keeping it on the fire. So we will jump back to that momentarily. I want to make sure what's going on everywhere else here. Oh, interesting. I was like, that looks weird, man. Why does it look different? Let's see. It looks like Louisville's got a few people out in front of the courthouse. I think that's the courthouse. The Seattle Chop is chill. It has traffic flowing through it now, apparently, on a regular basis. So, if anybody's wondering, that was the big story in the news today in Seattle. The traffic flows through the Chop because the police lines with the checkpoints got out of the way, I guess. But we'll see what happens tonight, because I have a strong feeling there will not be any traffic flowing through the Chop tonight. Or probably all weekend long. But we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe it's going to be a chill weekend. Maybe everybody will just take the weekend off to celebrate freedom and liberty. All right. So, okay, good. Craig's working on that, getting that proper. Let's see, what do we got here? We got, it looks like, I can't tell what's going on in Seattle. Can't tell where that's at. Big old crane there, wherever it is. Aurora going on a walkabout, or are they just hanging out? Louisville has been rocking it for the last week at least. I mean, they've been doing it for this whole time, but they've been in this spot for the last 7 or 8 days. We've been watching them out here. Watched a couple cops tackle a few of them the other night out here. Looks like they have some kind of memorial set up there, which is nice, because a couple people died in Louisville, very unfortunately, due to the over policing by the cops. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, where is Colorado cops? Where's the overall cops? Let's see. Oh, there it is, number 6. So again, 3 cops fired in Aurora today, which is excellent news. And ooh, look at Australia. Australia's rocking it. Good job, Aussies. Oh yeah. Oh, now that's what you call a protest right there, people. Good job, Australia. Do you know what that police line is they have taped off there, Craig? Huh. Big old crane on the other side. All right, so again, this isn't like an American thing. I don't know if meth is a real big deal in Australia, but I don't think all those people are meth heads. So you know, Joe. And it'd be awesome if you could stand with the people, Joe, instead of vilifying them. Okay, so I'm going to play a video about 3 cops getting fired in Aurora, Colorado, because I thought that was really important information, and it helps to understand why the people are in the street in Aurora, Colorado, in case you don't